This brings us to the idea of self-presentation. It's true that how we perceive ourselves often manifests in how we end up presenting ourselves to others. So self-presentation is the process of strategically concealing or revealing personal information in order to influence others' perceptions of us. So we might decide that information simply isn't relevant to that individual that we are communicating with, or we might decide to conceal something because we don't feel like we can trust the other person. This all goes back to the concepts of self-disclosure that we discussed in another chapter. But this also brings us to the idea of identity management theory. Identity management theory says that we perceive our identities differently at different points in our lives, and therefore we present ourselves differently. Oftentimes, we present ourselves differently just in different relationships. So the self that you present to your mother is different to the self that you present to your friends, which is different to the self that you present to your partner. And additionally, we have different identities as we grow and change over the course of our lives. And so someone that we were friends with in high school is going to have seen the way that we presented ourselves then. And if we interacted with them now, it's likely that we would present ourselves in similar ways. And so we are constantly managing our identities and wearing these different masks in order to be whatever version of ourselves we want to be with that individual. And this is also true online. Many of us have various different social media platforms, and oftentimes these social media platforms serve as highlight reels of our lives. So we only show the most beautiful and the most fun and the most eye-catching parts of our lives on social media, whereas 99% of our lives goes unrepresented on those platforms. And so we often are managing our identities and strategically concealing and revealing personal information in this notion of presenting ourselves to others.